Hi, I'm Badger, and I'm joined by UGR and Blunty. It's time to get to know another content creator. That's what we're doing here for a little bit on the PAX coverage of Twitch's PAX coverage. Welcome, how you doing? Hi, Blunty, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing fine.
Oh, good.
Always having a blast at PAX. We were just talking off camera. The attitude here, second to none. It's one of the best events.
It's such a good community, isn't it? We talked about this earlier today, actually, how you feel like the community vibe is at PAX.
Yeah, everybody's super welcoming.
Yeah. It's so tight. Everyone just wants to have a good time and talk about the things that they make and the things they are passionate about. And Blunty, we have to talk, before we talk about all the awesome stuff you do, we have to talk about this probably quite, I imagine, a sweaty get-up you're wearing today. What do you tell us about what you've got?
These are my pajamas.
Your pajamas, really?
I don't get to cosplay much. I used to do a little bit of cosplay, but because when I come to these events, I'm often doing my YouTuber thing, carrying camera equipment, doing interviews and booths and stuff, which makes various cosplays quite difficult.
Yes,
like
of course.
this one. But this time around, I was very determined to do it, so I sectioned off a day where I didn't have to work, so I could finally do another cosplay. And I thought I'd take advantage of my naturally grey hair and do the Soldier 76, because it was suggested to me in Twitch chat, actually.
Oh, nice.
We were streaming some Overwatch, because I kept getting pressured to try it.
Yeah.
But I'm not really that good at the online competitive shooters, because I don't have the time to invest in it that some people do, so I'm not as good as others, so I feel like I'm letting the team down.
Oh, no, Overwatch isn't like that.
Yeah.
No, Overwatch is so team-based, though.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're not good, because it's so easy to play but hard to master.
Yeah, but I was attracted to the Soldier 76 because it plays like an old-school shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Play anyway, because I'm old school, so that was my entry point into the game.
Yeah.
And then someone pointed out that it would be an ideal cosplay, and so here we are.
Are you saying you did all of this in one day?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, no, you scheduled a day off in your week, like a regular...
I was just saying I put aside a day here at PAX so I could wear it. So
okay.
Camera equipment, so.
Hey, how sweaty is it on a scale of, like, you know, like dry summer to really moist Brisbane afternoon?
It's I don't know. It's a warm Sydney spring day, really. I'm not sweating as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
But I'm not as cool as I want to be.
I feel moist just looking at you. It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
So,
Show us some of the
you gotta see the mask too as well.
I put it on, but I just dropped the damn thing. The glue is currently drying on that thing, trying to put it back together. But I can. I don't know whether it's going to show up with the TV studio lights here, but that actually glows as well.
Oh,
but,
wow. Did you built this yourself?
Like,
no, this bit was ordered. The jacket was ordered.
I see.
The gloves I did myself.
So you're cheating.
3D printed sort of armor bits out there, and I did the straps and the boots and everything. So.
Nice.
Yeah, fantastic. You are a content creator.
I am.
You've been doing it for a long time. You've got a very successful YouTube, and you've been streaming on Twitch for a while as well. Why don't you tell us about, firstly, what kind of content do you like to make? And you might just need to move your mic a little bit closer there, a little bump down. What kind of content do you like to make? Like, what makes you really energized about creating content?
I've always made content about the stuff I'm passionate about. So I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I'm variety on YouTube as well. So it started off as just a vlog, like 11 years back. Like, I'm old school YouTube.
Wow, yeah.
But as I grew an audience, people started asking me about what type of equipment I was using, and that sort of folded into doing reviews of camera gear, and that was well received. So I started talking about the other stuff I was passionate about, gaming.
You're so familiar to me because I've looked up a lot of hardware stuff. I'm like, hey, I see you a lot. Yeah.
I get that a lot. People not necessarily subscribe to me, but they see me at events like this and go, I know you. I saw a headset review you did.
You know what? I just thought, I recognize your voice now because I think I saw one of your videos on YouTube now. Now it just all comes together. Okay.
You have so much power, Blunty. You have so much power. Influence. But you've been doing YouTube for a decade.
A little over, yeah.
Yeah. And now you're streaming a lot more as well. What do you like to stream? Like, you're a variety streamer as well.
Variety streamer. I do a lot of Minecraft. Like, pretty much every Sunday is Minecraft Sunday for us.
Yeah.
That's usually a long stream, sort of 6 to 11 hours sometimes. So it's a lot of fun to stream. This is one of those games you can stream really well because you don't have to pay constant attention to the game, so you can interact a lot more with the chat. Pokemon is the same. I love streaming Pokemon for the same reason. You don't have to have constant attention. But I've also done a bunch of other stuff, Overwatch. A lot of Nintendo Switch stuff recently, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
it's always a balance, isn't it?
180 odd hours of Zelda we streamed live. And,
oh, really? Yeah.
Did Mario. South Park we streamed in 2 streams.
Yeah.
Two 11-hour long streams. I did the entire game. Just because I couldn't put it down.
Oh, it's so much fun. Such great writing.
Streamed some Mario Odyssey here from the event floor yesterday, and that's brilliant.
You like it so far?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure deserves the perfect scores it's getting, but it's very good. So
hopefully I get a chance to try it out too.
Oh, it just looks delightful.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a delightful time with that game.
Yeah.
What can I ask you about the, I don't want to say transition, but like the branching out of doing more streaming? Like, you know, because it always takes a bit of time to get used to, like you were talking about before, you know, paying attention to the game, paying attention to chat. I know you play a lot of spooky games.
Yeah.
So they're great games to stream because you have those moments of downtime where you're trying to chat, and then you freak out and everyone laughs at you, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's that transition, or not transition, that branching out been like for you? Like, how long did it take you to get used to streaming after doing YouTube for so long?
A lot of the YouTube stuff I did was ad-libbed to camera anyway.
All right.
It was a fairly easy transition from going from just ad-libbing stuff and then editing later to ad-libbing on camera and interacting with the chat. So I found it fairly easy to adapt to that live streaming kind of deal. But I love it. My chat room is fantastic. It's the best time.
Yeah.
Why are they so fantastic?
Well, I've been on YouTube for 11 years.
Yeah.
YouTube comment section.
Yeah.
Twitch chat room.
It's a big difference.
A big difference.
So shout out to my regular viewers. Thank you for being good, lovely, kind, welcoming, joyful people.
That's really good.
That goes for most of Twitch, actually.
I mean, with any live stuff, there's an accountability because you're there right there, right? Yeah. So you can't like, I'm going to construct an awful thing to write and put it there and then sit back and see what happens. Yeah. It's just like you can say a bad thing and it's like, whoa, 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 get out of here, mate. Yeah. I love that about it.
Coming in, okay, enough of you. Block.
Fantastic. And so you've been streaming for 3 years, did you say?
2.5, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
What's your future? Where do you see your streams going? Like, do you want to expand into different kinds of things, like different? You focus on games. Like, what's your plan?
I've spent the last sort of year or so gradually ramping up what I do on Twitch, trying to get to a regular schedule and sort of getting into a rhythm of things. So the first year or so I was streaming, it was just for funsies.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, I had so much fun doing it that I wanted to be a bigger part of what I do as a content creator.
We got to come up with a better name than content creator, I think. I mean, like fun magician or something, I think. That's what I'm going to call myself now, not a content creator.
Someone can just put the word influencer on my business card. I feel shameful every time
feels dirty, right? But
I hate that word.
That's the biz. You have so much power, Blunty. You should wield that power.
I shall only do good. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. So, like, this is, like, how many PAXs have you been to? Like, have you been to any of, in the States at all?
I haven't been to any of the States ones yet, but do want to. Definitely do want to. This is the 4th or 5th PAX.
Oh, okay.
I've only missed one. So, however many there have been in Australia, I've only missed one of them.
Okay.
But, yeah, I never miss it if I can possibly avoid it, because it's always, like I said, just an absolute blast. And meeting so many awesome people on the floor.
Yeah.
It's so fun, like, meeting all these content creators, fun magicians around as well, because everyone, you know, like, everyone has their own thing, you know? Like we talked before, you love your spooky games, and I'm sure you do much more than that, but, like, that's what we just talked about before. And you love, you've got all this hardware knowledge, you know? Like, I want to ask you about, you know, hardware stuff, and when we finish, I need to talk to you about some things that I can't get to work that I need to work. But you know, everyone has their own niche, you know, and that's fantastic because there's so many people out there who can find the things that they're interested in. That's what I love about having so many different channels, so many different games, different styles on Twitch. You can just weed through the, you know, your own things that you love, no matter how weird it may be. do you find when you're walking around PAX and you're dressed in cosplay, people stop you for photos and that sort of thing? You know, like what's cosplay life like now that you've had a taste of it?
It's like I said, it's the first time I've cosplayed in many, many years, but it's fun. You walk around and you see, you know, you catch someone's eye, they go, and then they run up to you, can I take a picture? And it's wild because it's them saying, nice work on the costume, basically. So if you did take a picture of me in costume, by the way, post it on social media, tag it with, you know, Paxols and stuff like that. Especially if you've got one in my mask.
That's so cool. I love that.
I broke my mask. It's gluing together right now, but I don't know whether I can wear that for the rest of the day.
I'm just an admirer of cosplayers because so much work goes into it, and then you have to put up with the sweat. Do you have cosplay regret at all, just based on how sweaty you might be right now? Any sort of regret?
I'll let you know when I take the boots off.
Okay, you don't have to. It's fine.
It's a very small hotel room.
And you were talking before about schedules. You know, you said you want to get more into a schedule with your streaming. How important do you guys think, actually, both of you, you know, how important is having a good regular schedule?
I think it's like important so you can be consistent with your viewers so they know when you're going to go live, just like keeping up with the content because like a lot of people come back every day at a certain time to be there. I try to be consistent as possible, you know, but it's kind of up to like if you have a job or not and how it works out for you.
Got to balance it out. And how are you going to work out your schedule, balancing your YouTube and everything else?
I've come to sort of a rhythm lately where it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Usually long streams. That gives me the rest of the week to do the YouTube thing. So I'm starting to fall into that a little bit more reliably. But it is important to have a schedule so people can plan to you know, watch your stream. If they're a big fan of yours, they want to be there. And if they can know your stream, like Minecraft Sunday always starts on morning to Sunday. So, and that helps with growing the viewership, and they feel like it's a reliable thing. Also encourages people to do things like subscribe, because if you're streaming regularly, then it's, you know,
they can
a worthwhile thing
to
invest in a subscription for that kind of stuff. But it's, as an Australian streamer, I mean, you'll know this too, it's difficult to find a window of time that satisfies the worldwide audience. Especially for the guys in the UK and Europe and stuff like that. It's a very tough time zone to try and catch them. You have to start very early in Australian mornings to let them tail off at the end of their days and things. But
I know a lot of streamers break it up during the day. They do double streams. Like they do one in the morning to hit, I think, the US market, and then like afternoon for the UK, and then evening like carries on to the evening for the Aussie market. I think there's lots of great forums and guides I've found online with times to hit certain windows. But I guess it's also depending on what the kind of content you make, and you know, when people like to come to that sort of content. A lot of analysis of your own stats. That's the thing I didn't expect. I don't know if you guys are finding this as well. What do you think, Blunty? I find that I really have to analyze like numbers and stats and all this administration stuff that I didn't expect. But it's important to do that so you can try and reach as many people and grow the stream and introduce more people to your stream. Like, do you spend a lot of time analyzing all that kind of stuff?
I don't sweat the numbers that much, although with the recent update to Twitch, they've improved the way they present that tracking. So it is interesting to look at sort of when people come on and off, and whether they're, you know, in the stream for an hour or they've joined you for the full 6 hours, and you know, following the time zone and stuff. But I find with my streams it's relatively consistent anyway. So as people go and do, you know, get on with their day, more people come in. So the viewership is strangely stable.
I find it so interesting, you know, and we were talking about times before as well. Like, I've worked in television for about a decade, and like TV's dying. Well, you know, TV's changing. Like when I ask a group, like hands up if you watch television, like 3 people at a certain time, 3 people, everyone just watches, you know, when they want to watch. But Twitch is so different because you do have scheduled times that you do things, but it's this like waft in, waft out thing is so. I find it so fascinating.
It's so different. Yeah, because I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch Twitch all the time.
Same.
At this point, yeah,
and people watch it while you're doing something else. I always find that interesting too. You know, like when you're doing the dishes or something like that. Do you find now that you're twitching more, you watch a lot of other streamers as well?
I try and watch as many other streamers as I can, but because I do the YouTube thing and the Twitch thing, and you know, personal space and hobbies and stuff, I don't have a lot of time to do it. When I can, I certainly do. Just to steal good ideas, or fold back into the community. You know, I throw out the cheer bits and everything. So
you mentioned before that you're really enjoying streaming just in general, and how different that was. Is there like one thing about streaming that like really is drawing you to it? You know, what is it, the essence that you enjoy about it?
It's the live interactivity. Being able to talk to the chat room. Particularly when, you know, I'm playing games and I'm distracted by the chat room, so sometimes I do dumb things, or I forget something important in Minecraft, so I have to ask the chat room, wait, does it work like this way? Does it work? And it's just a really highly interactive medium that I don't get through YouTube, because YouTube, all you get is reactions after the fact.
It's addictive, isn't it, that live element?
I mean, you know, we all have the regular people that come into our chats, and you rely on them coming and say, g'day, welcome back, and you have conversations and tell stories, and it's community is the word. Community is the most important thing about Twitch, and makes it the most fun thing to do.
Thank you so much for joining us, Blunty. It's so nice to have you on. Please check out Blunty's stuff. Awesome dude, great costume, fantastic beard. We'll be back in a moment with, I think, Rudism's up next.
Can I stick around for him?